Hi, this is Gary Landgraf, Two Fat Guys in a Skillet. Who are you?
Sarah Marie Landgraf, and I'm the director.
Yes, she is, and she's a great one. I'll tell you that right now. We're having a good time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Give me some skin. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make something easy for the family. I want all you to try this as well. You take 2 pounds of ground meat. It's a one-pot deal here. I'm telling you, it's a one-pot deal. We're going to brown this. You drain it, and then guess what? You put the 2 cans of the diced tomatoes with green chilies. I told you I like to have the little kick to it. You put the 2 cans of beef broth in it, 2 cans of black beans, 2 cans of pinto beans, 1 can of the corn, and then what else are we doing?
Cheese.
Cheese. We love cheese, don't we? We're putting 1 cheese in it. I'll tell you this, 1 whole block of Velveeta cheese in it. We're putting 2 things of the powdered ranch powder in it, and 2 things of taco seasoning. It's fantastic. It's easy. It is fantastic. Now, let me ask you this. When you eat this, do you love it? It's delicious, isn't it? I'll tell you a little secret I learned from my wife about this whole dump method. Wait till it all starts mixing up and starts boiling, kind of getting hot before you put the cheese in it. Because I've made the mistake of putting the cheese in it beforehand, and guess what? It burned at the bottom. We don't want that. So it's very imperative that you take this little lesson that I've learned and utilize it. Because you don't want the burnt cheese at the bottom. So here's the deal. I'm going to throw it in there. I'm going to show you what it looks like. And we're going to be back with them in just a little while. You rock. Okay, so we've drained the meat. It's fantastic. Now comes the fun part. Now's the dump method. And my wife gave me this recipe a long time ago. But I'll tell you what, there's a method to her madness, and I think it's kind of cute. I'll tell you that right now, because she has the way. You have to put the 2 cans of beef broth in first, even though it's the dump method. So we're going to pour the 2 cans of beef broth in. And remember, everything that we're doing here, the pinto beans, the black beans, the diced tomatoes and green chilies, you leave all the juices in it. You don't drain anything. We make a huge batch of this, and I'll tell you why we do. Because we freeze it. You make a big batch. You don't have to jack around with it. You can freeze a bunch of it after you're finished with it. And it's fantastic. But I will tell you this. There is a method to my wife's madness here, which I think is fantastic. And once again, I just love that little chick. So, put the diced tomatoes in as well. Here's another thing. Remember the beef broth at first? She always says you've got to put the 1 can of corn in last. I don't know why, and I don't ask. Here it is. Now, remember, I'm gonna mix this up just a tad bit. You see how full this gets? It gets very, very, very full. And it's fantastic. And I'll tell you this. Now I'm going to put the seasonings in it. Remember, you have 2 packages of taco seasoning, which just use whatever you have. Trust me. Remember, we love the dump method. I guarantee you, you've got some of them probably in your cupboard that's been there for a while. I don't think there's an expiration date on spices. Maybe there is. I don't know. But I do know this. It is fantastic. And you don't have to run to the store and get all this stuff. Remember, you're doing 2 things of the ranch seasoning here. And then now this is gonna get that open a little bit more, because this is actually what kind of gives it that crazy flavor. Now, I'm gonna mix this up. And remember what I was saying? Remember, you still gotta put that cheese in there. The cheese is what really starts thickening this up, right? So, what I learned from my wife was, let this start really getting a little warm, a little hot, start getting a little bubble to it, and then start introducing the cubes of cheese to it a little at a time. So I'm gonna let this warm up just a tad bit, and I'll show you what I'm doing with the cheese in just a minute, okay? Okay, so it just started getting a little bit warmer. I just started up a little bit. We're going to start introducing the cheese into it, and as you can tell, I cubed it up pretty good. It's just, all it is a 1 brick of cheese that you put in there, and what you're going to notice is, like right now, you'll see how kind of watery it is, because remember you poured all the ingredients in it. You never drained anything. This cheese is going to start thickening it up. So I'll let you see it in just a little bit. Okay, it's done. Everything is done. The taco soup is done. Have you seen it? Check it out. Once you put that cheese in it, see how it kind of changes the color of it, kind of thickens everything up in it. You've got the black beans, you've got the pinto beans, you put the cans of the diced chili peppers in it, you put the ranch powder in it, you put the taco seasoning, and it is great. And I'll tell you what, you can make a huge pot of it just with the directions I gave you, and you can freeze a bunch of it for later, which makes it great on a day whenever we're so busy, we have no time to pull it out of the freezer, thaw it out, and guess what? There it is. Sunday's taco soup. I'm going to be coming at you. 2 fat guys in the skillet.